coming out story.
Mm-hmm.
Or a story that's yet to be told.
Yeah, I guess. Sure, yeah. Some people, I feel like for some people, they're just like, they are just out. You know, you remember them when you were in second grade, and
Right.
maybe like I had a friend, she kind of dressed like a boy all throughout grade school.
Right.
And maybe it was just because her parents bought her boy clothes and they didn't really care because boy clothes are cheaper, whatever.
Right.
Like, that's how it works out sometimes.
Yeah.
But then there was also a dude that I went to high school with, and he grew up, and he was always really effeminate and girly. You know, he was just always out. I feel like that's how it was for me, at least, too. We all were kind of queer as we were kids growing up, and
Right.
it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People just thought I was so weird. They weren't surprised at anything that I
Oh,
might
really?
turn out to be.
You were the weird girl?
Yeah, I was just the weird girl. I think they were like, she's whatever, sure, yeah, I probably. And my sexuality developed very slowly. I feel like I was a child longer than a lot of people were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was not interested. I liked the idea of romance, and I knew what sex was and wanted to have it one day, you know, but I didn't have feelings like that very soon. I was like, we can hold hands, you know, like I was very innocent still for a long time. Yeah, for a long time. So
I was not very innocent for a very long time. I hate to say that. Yeah, it's funny when I think back to like the time when I started like developing myself like sexually, like really starting to understand what I was or who I was. All my friends were too, and we'd have parties and we'd spend the night, and sometimes we'd fool around with each other, sometimes we'd have a big orgy, sometimes we'd watch scary movies, sometimes we'd get real drunk on booze that we stole from our parents, sometimes we would, you know, just endless amounts of teenage boredom fun in a small town in North Carolina. Like, you know, we'd go out drinking in new houses that were being built in the developments next door and totally destroy them. Party all night. I think I've had 2 of my male friends who are now gay. I've had both of their dicks in my mouth. And they are very gay.
Wow.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Like, I think we all just kind of are coming into our sexuality and just testing everything out. Like, the things that we experimented with each other were endless, you know? Yeah. Drinking, partying. I hope my mother never, ever knows about this. I'm sure she will one day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's just, like, once I got to college and to, like, really being on my own and exploring, like, my own sexuality and who I am, I've been able to do it much more confidently because I feel like it's not something new that I'm like, oh, ooh, women, how's this gonna work, you know, or ooh, men, la la la. I'm like, I kind of think I have a grasp on both, so I can handle them either as I'd like to, pretty much. Queerness. So you were the asexual kid in school? You were like...
I was, I liked boys, you know, I was somewhat flirtatious, and I was very giggly and goofy, you know, so I showed affection. I showed that I liked boys. I liked girls, but I never showed it. Women for a very long time. I knew that I liked them, and I knew it was... If she from the TV could be right here, I think we could have some fun. But it took me a long time to find a woman that I was attracted to in person. Yeah. And so that was very frustrating for a long time. Because I was like, all right, I'm 18, 19 years old now. If there could just be one hot chick to show up.
Come give it to me,
that
girls.
That would be nice.
I'm waiting for you.
You know, so I think I've just always been thought of as prudish yet eccentric, you know. So I think that probably most people that went to school with me are like, oh, well, that's not surprising. Because they think of me as a little, you know, I'm a hippie-ish. I'm a lot more feminine.
Yo, my grandma told me certain things you never question.